Hello again! It is Sunday, May 6th, 2018. I am right now just laying down in bed. Yes, it sounds like I'm in a freaking container or something. I forgot things that people have told me. But that is because I am in my living room right now. Oh shit, man! As I'm probably. Fuck, man! So tipsy right now. Borderline drunk. Yeah. Thoughts with Vane. Or, in this case, thoughts with Samantha. So, basically, I am a piece of shit. No one really cares about me, and I drink to forget about all of that. No one really likes to check up on me. I'm annoying, clingy. And yeah, I could never have a stable relationship because I fear commitment because I've never learned to love myself. And whenever someone gives me the slightest bit of attention, I get all like, they're the one, and then it just goes to shit. Yeah, I've had, what the fuck did I have had to drink? Well, I've had Fireball with orange juice that my friend has told me that it tastes pretty good. And when I did try to drink it, it tastes pretty good. He wasn't lying. And so yeah, I've had that. I am currently right now drinking a little mojito. Well, I don't know if it's little or not, but I am drinking a mojito that I've made myself. Might add more rum though. Like I just only taste the pure mint. I only added like a shot. The thing's missing with another shot. So yes, breaking news. I am a piece of shit, and I hate how I have self-esteem issues, and that totally ruins things with me because I'm afraid of commitment because it feels like I'm not good enough for them, and it also feels like that they don't like me because of the way I am, the way that I'm clingy, and then it's just like, I am going to die alone. No. So I remember the last time I did this, I just rambled for a bit. I forgot what the fuck was I rambling about. And I'm pretty happy right now because my nails have been growing. That's something. Because before, I used to chew off my nails because I was a piece of shit. This should be called Being a Piece of Shit with Samantha, Kat, Vane, I don't know. Call me whatever. I am yours to please. Oh, what am I, hooker? Reference to Italia, bloopers. I really want to be with someone that will give me attention all the time because I'm a needy piece of shit. And I wish that I could just be happy with my life, but sadly, I am a piece of shit. I think I'm gonna say more being a piece of shit than I do like, and that is saying something. And yeah, that's me. God, I'm gonna be drinking so much today because I was supposed to meet up with this guy, but he's not answering back. I don't want to be too like, I don't know what's the word. It's like I don't want to be too overbearing by like bombarding him with messages and stuff. Like I just want to find someone that's just like, hey, how's it going? And it's just like they check up. I just want someone to check up on me. That's all I ask for. I'm gonna drink this because I have nothing to do. I have the next 3 days off because I was working these past 3 days, if you don't count Thursday, but yeah, I've been working these past 3 days. I might be going to the club today to drink some more because fuck everything. And yeah, I don't know what else to talk about because like there's nothing new. I'm seeing this guy, but I don't know how it's gonna go. Even though he's pretty cute. Yeah. There's nothing else that's new. I'm gonna be going back home in like 3 weeks or so. Maybe a little less. A little less than 3 weeks. So I have that going for me. And then what else? Something words. Yeah, I'm gonna wear caddies. Hey, look, it's Bonnet from 2012 again. Hi, I'm totally not drunk. And look at me with my unbearable crushes on my elementary school crushes, and then eventually have a crush on an eventually gay guy. And yeah, my love life has sucked. I think I've only had one good relationship, and that ended like about 1.5 years ago. But I've had horrible love experiences, which does not help the way that I love other people now. Like, it first started off with, like, having 5 different crushes on 5 different guys in elementary school, and then being dubbed the stalker because my parents are too overprotecting, first off. So, I never did have, like, a social interactions with people, so I never knew how to really act around them. So, I got dubbed the stalker because I would be a little bit obsessive with them, so that happened. And when I went to the all-girls school for middle school, I had this mentality of like, oh, I still have my crush on them. I'm not gonna turn lesbian. Bonnet from 6th grade, you're bisexual. So yeah, that continued on up until my freshman year. Freshman year, when it came to one of my best friend's 15s, I remember going to, I think I came like half an hour before, and I remember meeting this guy. His name was Elvin. Had a crush on him for a while, and it was just pretty standard for my crushes. It's just like, alright, time to look for you from afar. It's like, the best way I could explain it, it's the way that anime sort of show like the senpai thing. It's like, senpai, notice me. Like, literally, that's how I act around guys. It's usually a constant cycle of, senpai, notice me. And so, there goes that. My first relationship, it was with a 21-year-old, and it was with a friend of mine's brother. He was 21, I was 16. We dated for like a month, and I guess a half, you could say. I would only just count it like a month. But it was a pretty good month because he gave me gifts. You know, I guess you could sort of... I now joke around with my friends and say my first relationship was a sugar daddy relationship because I was like, give me gifts, and like he would give me gifts and stuff. He would buy me food. He bought me a cat, like a hat with cat ears on it. He bought me like a wallet. He bought me a little flying mint bunny thing, and like I was obsessed with Italia, so I had a lot of those. So that was my first relationship. Yeah. And then like from sophomore year to like senior year, I went through like a period of like, oh, I am aromantic. I don't believe in romantic relationships, but I wouldn't mind having the D and then eventually getting that puss. So yeah, I went through that like little period of, yeah, commitment who? Commitment, I wasn't ready to get tied down. So then, I guess, I wouldn't really call it a relationship, but I wouldn't actually call it a hookup. We just made out a bit. So, one of my best friends' friend, I met during prom, and he was pretty cute. He was a physics, like he wanted to go into physics and stuff. I met him during my best friend's senior prom, which was pretty funny because coincidentally, her prom was at the same venue but in a different section than at my prom, because we went to 2 different schools. Like, she left me during freshman year. That bitch. But we're still friends till now, and like we like talk with each other and stuff. And so I met this guy at her prom, and we sort of made out for a bit, and it was just like, alright, what the fuck am I gonna do with this? And then my best friend's like, Bonnet, what the fuck are you gonna do? Like, don't mess with this guy's feelings, because like he messes with other people's feelings, but don't mess with his feelings. And I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. And so I told him, I am a romantic. I wouldn't mind making out with you. I wouldn't mind that. And so, yeah. I made out with him again after his graduation because my best friend invited me to her graduation. Therefore, he was at graduation. I thought I was going to tell him, yeah, nah, let's just cut that. Let's just be friends. And like, no. I'm just going to make out with him in the corner. So that was that. Senior year, graduated. Still no boyfriend since like that sugar daddy incident. And then comes my freshman year. I was doing this program at my community college called Summerbridge, and so it was basically the guys that were like sort of mentoring us. In the beginning, I had a crush on one of them, and then it wasn't until like the end of the whole program that because I was such a dork. Because at the time, I did not have a phone because I did not have money, and my mom didn't want to pay for a phone, so I resorted to emails, because who doesn't rely on emails? And so I gave the two mentors, the two guys that were mentoring me, I gave them both like a little gift. I think I gave one like an owl and then the other one like a rabbit or something. And then I think I gave like a Levi figurine. Yes, I gave the Levi figurine I got in like a giveaway to him. And so I remember getting a message from him, and he was like, "Oh, I really love your gifts. I gave the gift to like my boyfriend." And like when I saw the word boyfriend, I was like, "Holy shit, man! I had a crush on two gay guys." And so that was that. That was a really good first college experience, having a crush on two gay guys. And then comes Yona. Oh god, Yona was a different story. Yona was this guy that was a year older than me. He was part of the honors college. And so he was the biggest asshole ever. Like, he was such a dick. Everyone knew that. Everyone's like, yeah, Yona, he's an asshole. He's a dick. He's a prick. And so I don't know what got me attracted to him. Like, I remember just being friends with him for a while because, like, that's what I usually do. I'm never friends with the people in my same level. It's usually I'm friends with the younger crowd. If not, I'm friends with the older crowd. And so I remember, oh god, I remember just hanging out with the older people because a lot of them would play Smash, and it's like, ooh, I haven't played Smash in forever, and that's when I picked up Link as a Smash character. So whenever people ask, like, oh, who's your main when it comes to Super Smash Brothers? I'm like, it's no longer Pikachu, it is now Link. And so Yona, it wasn't until like November, like I met him like in August. And I met him, and then I developed the crush, like, in November. That's usually with me. I usually develop my crushes in, like, the winter months. Like, a majority of them happened in the winter months. And so, I sort of admit to him, like, hey, I sort of a tiny bit like you. And he was like, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't feel the same way. I just got out of a relationship and I feel like you wouldn't like me for me. And like I kept on telling him, I don't really care, we could work through this. And he's like, no. And that is his prick way of saying fuck no. And then like a month later, he is dating another mentor that I had called Carol. Yeah, they only lasted 4 months, which I hate to say that I'm sort of glad that they didn't really make it, because like it was a weird pairing. And then yeah, then blah blah blah, summer happens, and then comes my second year of college. I'm once again hanging out with the younger crowd because since now the older crowd is gone, we're now the older crowd. And so I started hanging out with this one guy. He was in my humanities class. And we hung out. I showed him to the STEM lab because he was like a computer science major. We started talking a bit. We started texting. One thing led to another. In the beginning, our relationship was supposed to be like sort of like a friends with benefits sort of deal, but then like sort of evolved into like an actual relationship. And it was just, to be honest, I only count that relationship as the only real relationship I had. And yeah, that was that. We had it ended because he had to go to an internship that was a couple states away, and I don't really like doing long distance relationships because I'm not saying that long distance relationships doesn't work, but I am a needy person and I really want like physical touching, and being like 500, 800 miles away, I don't know if that's how far like the state was like from there. I don't know. So yeah, I was like, yeah, I'm sorry. We could still be friends. We still are. And that was that relationship. Then comes the whole Brad and Jim situation. Those are the code names that me and the best friend I mentioned before gave to these two guys. So Brad, okay, there was another guy before Brad, but that was like temporary, like 2 weeks, and that was because I was like, I miss being in a relationship. And then like me and this other guy got like really close. I still consider him one of my best friends though. Like right now, he is right now in the friend zone. I feel bad because he is in the friend zone, and like it could have happened. That relationship could have happened. It was just bad timing on both of our ends. Like at one point, I had a crush on him, and then like I got over it, and then I think he had a crush on me, but since I got over it, it was sort of like, holy shit. So yeah, I just have bad luck with crushes and stuff. And so Brad, oh my god, Brad, it was something else. I have a thing for assholes, apparently, or dicks, or pricks. Of course I would have things for dicks. I think my bisexuality is like 80% dick, 20% pussy. Yeah. And so Brad, it was pretty funny because when I was describing my crush to another friend of mine at my work, because I used to work at a tutoring center, and so I would describe him, like I was saying, yeah, he's pretty cute. He's sometimes, he's a bit of an asshole. Like, I forgot how the fuck I worded it. He was like, yeah, he's a little bit of an asshole, and my friend just turns around and it's like, it's fucking Brad. I was like, holy shit, how the fuck did you know? He was like, who else is an asshole that you would go for? And I'm like, fair point. So yeah, I tried admitting to him like a week before my birthday, and that didn't work out because of like, okay, me and my other friend that goes to like UF, we have this theory that this other friend of mine that I knew, she sabotaged me by like throwing me under the bus and like saying, yeah, she's a bit obsessive, she's weird, I don't think you'll like her, like she has this crush on you. Like we had this whole conspiracy theory. It was pretty hilarious. So I went like 1 or 2 months without having a crush. Like I think I still had like my little mini crush with Brad, but so yeah, and then like I went through like a small depression because like it seemed like Brad was dating the girl that threw me under the bus, and it was just like, I am going to die alone. And so so April comes and I start hanging out with another friend who's Venezuelan, and I was hanging out with his brother that used to work at the tutoring like a computer science tutoring lab, and to be honest, I don't know what made me go into the tutoring lab to begin with. But he was super cute. Like, he was so amazing and so, like, cuddly. And it was all platonic. I wish I could have, like, a friend like that platonically. And it's just, like, I just could... To be honest, April had to be one of the months that were, like, the most fluffiest to me. Except towards the end. Towards the end, I had, like, a little mental breakdown because, like, school and stuff. And, like, I was gonna fail the class. And it was just, like, fuck everything. So, yeah. That was that. That was my crush with, I will now dub him Phil, because I think that's what I've named him in the sketchbook sometimes when I went to go draw him. So there was Phil, and then no crushes, had like hookups with like 2 random guys, used protection of course, because I didn't want to be pregnant at like 20? Yeah, I wasn't 21 yet, I'm 21 now. And then came Jim. Me and my friend would call him Jimmy. But he goes by a different name, like, it's not that. And so, yeah, that was that. That was my crush with, I will now dub him Phil, because I think that's what I've named him in the sketchbook sometimes when I went to go draw him. So there was Phil, and then no crushes, had like hookups with like 2 random guys, used protection of course, because I didn't want to be pregnant at like 20? Yeah, I wasn't 21 yet, I'm 21 now. And then came Jim. We Jimmy was an interesting character. Jim, basically, after the whole like Brad thing, I think after the whole like breakdown thing, I remember having a break. Like I remember we traded numbers. We would like occasionally talk because we were in the same physics class. It wasn't until like I had a really bad breakdown over the summer, before class, before bio. Like I just remember texting him, and he was just there comforting me. And then like we would talk more. I think things got like a lot, like it got really sexual really quick. It was because of this guy that I'm the way, fuck, how the fuck would he word it? It's because of him that I'm this sexual. Like it's because of him I'm this promiscuous. And so we just started talking about kinky stuff and like sex and just like anything. And then yeah, fall. I think I only had a crush on like one guy. It was like this guy that I met at my roommate's friend's party. And he was like this cute Egyptian guy, but he seemed too much like he was a stoner, and he just seemed out of it most of the time. And like he would get like a little bit paranoid, and it was just, I don't know, I didn't want to deal with that. And then comes January. I hooked up with this other guy on Tinder. I thought it was really gonna work, but then like he was busy a lot of the time, and like I was busy, and that was like my problem with Tinder a lot. That I would be busy, then the guy would be busy, so we wouldn't meet up. Or if not, the guy would be like, oh, why don't I come over to your house? And like we would do the frickety frack. And like for me, I don't mind having sex. It was just like I would have to go to their house because my roommate was still in town. Like my roommate was still here. So yeah, most of my Tinder dates never worked. Up until this latest one. I really do like this guy. This guy is really sweet. I'm starting to get myself back into heavy metal. Like for me, I was like pretty okay-ish with like heavy metal because of my sister. But I'm starting to get like a rekindle again with heavy metal because of him. Like he was like a definite metalhead. And he's super cute, he's super caring, and it's just, I don't want to say the love word because like that's what happens a lot with me. I go immediately into like this like, oh, I love you. Like I say I love you relatively too quickly. For some people it takes weeks before you say the L word, and for me it's like, I never had someone to love me. Love me! God, I've been talking for 23 minutes. God! This is like double what happened last time. I guess this is what happens when I start rambling about my love life. So I'm gonna continue drinking and most likely gonna pass out. Hopefully I meet up with this guy later on today. Hopefully, if he gives me the attention. And I'll see you guys in the next time. See ya!